Hey everybody, welcome back to The Couch. I'm Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. On my channel, I give moms tips and tricks to help them get off the couch and into life. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Cocomelon. So let's get right into it. Alright, so this topic has been on my to-do list for forever, and I just hesitated because I know that a lot of moms swear by Cocomelon, and I get it. When you have to do a million and one things and you want your kids to just kind of be quiet and, you know, out of the way a little bit and occupied and entertained, Cocomelon seems to be where it's at. A lot of moms just put it on to get the quiet time they need so that they can accomplish something in the day, and I get it. Trust me, I understand. With 3 kids, 4 years old and under, you need to do everything that you can to get something accomplished. And sometimes that means screen time. And for some moms, that means Cocomelon. And it seems harmless, right? So as I said before, I didn't really want to talk about this because, again, a lot of moms swear by Cocomelon. And then I was like, oh my God, they're gonna come for me in the comments, but I've since built up enough stamina to be able to take it. So if you have anything negative to say, I am ready for you, go ahead and comment down below. But for me and for my house, Cocomelon ain't it. It just doesn't work here, okay? Cocomelon is just, for me personally, very creepy looking, and it's just a little weird. So I just don't put it on in the house for my kids. And the funny thing is, even though I had those reservations about the show, there have been experts that find that the show is a little bit too stimulating and might lead to other issues for your kids. So hear me out. So of course, right off the bat, when you talk about Cocomelon, you're talking about screen time. And as much as we can debate whether or not screen time is appropriate for kids or how much screen time you should give them, I'm not getting into it. You can decide for your home, as well as decide what they watch on the screen. If you are giving them the screen, if you are not giving them the screen, this is not what the video is about. We do screen time here, and we're very strict on how and when we do it. It's the actual show Cocomelon that I have questions about. So Cocomelon isn't the only show that I don't watch in my house. There are just certain things that just don't work here. For example, Caillou doesn't work in my house. Dora the Explorer and that Tiefin Swiper doesn't work in my house. Encanto, we legit do not talk about Bruno because it doesn't work in my house. And Cocomelon doesn't work in my house. And that's what we say to our kids when we just don't want a show to be played here. It just simply doesn't work. Of course, when they get of age where we can explain to them that we don't find it appropriate, or we can discuss with them what we don't like about the show or why we don't watch it. For now, for my 3-year-old, for my 1.5-year-old, and for my baby who sometimes sits with them, it just doesn't work. So besides the fact that I find Cocomelon to look a little creepy, I mean the baby with the bald head, big eyes, and all of that stuff, I just don't watch it in the house. However, others have found that there are some questionable theories that I might not necessarily agree with, but it's just that one more thing as to why we just don't watch it here. Cocomelon is now the 2nd or 3rd most viewed channel on YouTube. So I'm sure that if my 3 kids don't watch it, it won't hurt them at all. However, I do want to give you the information so that you can make informed decisions as to what you allow your kids to watch. If Cocomelon is it, by all means, go ahead. But you might want to know about these things that I'm going to talk about so that you can maybe tailor your decisions to let your kids watch it, or maybe don't watch it at all. I don't know. So the first thing to mention is that the creators of Cocomelon really wanted a learning and entertaining experience for their own children. So they came up with this thing called Cocomelon. That wasn't the original name. However, later on it became Cocomelon, and I believe that they really hit the nail on the head. They wanted something entertaining, educational, and something that will stimulate and keep their children occupied for long periods of time. And Cocomelon did that perfectly. I mean, with over, I believe, 2 million subscribers to their channel, they're doing something right. However, as psychologists have described it, it gives children watching a multi-sensory experience, which means that multiple senses are being engaged all at the same time. And this is why you're seeing that children are just glued to the TV. Not only are they liking what they're seeing, they also like the catchy sounds and the songs, and they just love the engagement all together. And it is multi-sensory, which means most of their senses are being engaged all at the same time. But this also might be a little bit too much for them because kids are kids and they can't really decipher when is too much TV or when to stop watching or when they're being called, for example. They'd be just locked in, glued to the screen, and you'd be like, Teo, 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 a million times. And he can't hear you, he doesn't see you, he doesn't notice that you're calling him because he is that zeroed in. Yeah. And although my kids don't watch Cocomelon, they can be completely drawn in by other things. However, I don't find the other problems when they are sucked into a show or an activity or a game. When kids have watched Cocomelon, experts have found that there can be mind control issues with the show. They can create an environment where the children are completely zombified and just unaware of their surroundings. Also, they're noticing behavioral issues with children that watch Cocomelon, as well as developmental issues for children that watch Cocomelon. Now, of course, this might not show in your own children not right away, but after some research and just studying kids who watch this show, these things are becoming more and more of an issue. Now, I am all over social media. I love social media. So you'll find me on any one of your favorite platforms. So you can go ahead and follow me. It's couch.mom.club, or you can check the links in the description. I'll put all of that information right below. But on most social media platforms, you can find this really, really cute and very viral trend where you play the beginning jingle of Cocomelon and you see children just completely stop what they're doing and run to the direction of the sound. So the jingle is really quick, really catchy, and if you play it, kids will stop what they're doing and come running. Talk about mind control. It doesn't take much. Just start playing it and children will flood. Now, of course, as I said before, my kids don't watch it, but I bet if I were to play it, it would get their attention because the jingle is pretty catchy. The one thing that I find the most intriguing about the different things that they've said about the show Cocomelon is the behavioral aspect. Now, if you have toddlers, you know how challenging it can be for them to behave, to get them to listen, follow direction, to not whine and cry and complain about everything. It is difficult. So why would you need another layer of difficulty? Why would you need something in your life that will promote behavioral issues? Now, some people have really watched their children to see how they behave before and after watching the show. And of course, watching it once or twice isn't going to really show you much. But over an extended period of time, parents have found that their children don't listen as well after watching the show. They do not answer when they're being called. They do not know how to regulate their emotions when, for example, they are told no, they cannot watch the show. They have meltdowns and the whole nine. And listen, I don't need any help. We don't need any help here on tantrums. We don't need any help on misbehaving. Children do that stuff naturally. So if Cocomelon is going to be that thing that causes them to behave worse, you can go ahead and keep it. Listen, 2 million subscribers, y'all, but not my kids. So it just doesn't work in my house. And you know what? I think that that is enough. You don't have to convince me. I don't need any more. I'm good. It's a no for Cocomelon. We ain't watching it. No way, no how. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Now, if it's still around when my kids are grown and they have kids and they want their kids to watch it, that's not my problem. But as for me and my house, Cocomelon don't work here. And that's it, guys. I just wanted to let you all know about these theories about the show, and tell me in the comments, do you notice that there's something a little bit creepy about Cocomelon? Do you let your kids watch it? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, thank you for watching and thank you for rocking with me. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course, until next time, here are some really cool Couch Mom Club videos for you to enjoy, and go ahead and join the club. Click that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you never miss an upload. Follow me on all your favorite social media accounts, and don't forget to check out the merch. The links will be in the description right below that like button. And now it's time to get off the couch and into life.